So now we are trying to factor this one. So again, this is a quadratic. We have 1, 2, 3 terms. It's a trinomial. But a is not 1, it's -1. So we need to get rid of that negative. And to get rid of the negative, you're not really going to get rid of it, but you are going to factor it out. So you're going to factor out a negative. And when you factor out a negative, which is the same thing as dividing by -1, it changes all the signs. So if this was negative x squared, it is now positive x squared. And if this was negative x and you divide by -1, it becomes a plus x. And if this was positive 12 and you divide by -1, this becomes a -12. Now we're going to make the factor x. Because I have a is 1, it's a quadratic, and there's 3 terms. First, I put the -12 up here. Now you might be confused what number goes down here, because you may be thinking there's nothing there, but there is a 1, that's a plus 1x, so the 1 goes here. So now I'm looking for 2 numbers that multiply to -12 but add to 1. So let's start looking at some numbers that work. Let's try 1 and -12. 1 times -12 is -12, but when you add them, you get -11. So I'm already getting back a negative number, so I'm going to switch to negative this time, and I'm going to try -2 and 6. If I do -2 times 6, I get -12. If you add those, you get 4. Now let's try -3 and 4. You add those, and you get 1. So that's what I'm looking for, is that combination. So I'm looking for these two. So I put -3 and 4. Now putting all this together, I have negative, parenthesis, x, close off the parenthesis, another x, and then right here I'd have a -3, and right there I'd have a +4. One way I could also check my work is I could type this in the Desmos, -x squared minus x plus 12. So it was -x squared minus x plus 12. Notice the x-intercepts are -4, so the factor would be x plus 4. And the solution here is 3, so it would be x minus 3. So I should have x plus 4, x minus 3, which I do. And then the negative is what flips it upside down. So if I were to take away this negative, that's how it goes up. Another way you can check your work is you could type this in your calculator and this, and you'll see that they are the same thing. So x minus 3, x plus 4, I had these mixed up. But notice they are on top of each other. They are the same thing. So you could type in what you started with, what you ended with, and use that to check your work.